Hello everyone. Doing an introduction now to the inferential module, and really it's not so much the inferential module itself but a kind of a side project that I've got you working on this week, which is doing a critical analysis of a single journal article as kind of preparation and practice for the candidacy exam, but also just good practice in critical analysis of scholarship, which is going to be important as a school leader, and also that when you do a literature review for your own research, that you'll be able to be critical about the research that you're consuming and project. All right, so now the topic of the week, but an important extra practice kind of work. All right, so this is the current module we're working on. There's all kinds of materials in here, so it seems a little overwhelming. So really I just want to orient you to the materials. You've got the practice quizzes. I have a new research mapping form. It's actually a duplicate of the form that I've been using for your homework, and the reason I created it was because I'm getting confused between the posts that are for the research mapping project and the posts that are for straight homework. So now everything that you're going to post for your research maps, I want you to put them in this new form, and we'll keep the conversation separate that way. I've still got you in the same homework groups for that. There's something else I wanted to mention about this. I have to look at what I've asked you to do. Oh yeah, in the research mapping, I've got, actually want you to post an update of your research map with everything you've worked on so far, including some of the things we did this weekend. But I've got that stretched over this module and the next module. So if you get it done this week, great. If you don't, you can use next week to do that. All right, the main thing I want to talk about is the materials for the critical analysis. It's a subfolder within our folder. I have lots of things in here, but not everything is important. I've got 3 articles, and you're going to choose one. I've got the cooperative learning article and the accelerated reader articles. So those are ones you have already read, and if you're going to use those, that's fine, no problem. Or if you're bored with those or want something new to read, I've got peer-assisted learning strategies for English language learners. So you're going to pick one of those 3 articles, and you're going to do an analysis of it. The directions say that you're going to write 1 page of summary text summarizing what is the methodology of the article and the findings of the article, possibly the purpose of the article. 1 page summary, double space. So that means you're going to have to be very concise. If you think about what an author does when they write their abstract, they get the whole thing, really the essence of it, down to a paragraph. So it is possible to do, but you're going to have to hit just the highlights. And then 2 pages of critical analysis of the article, again double spaced. And the key thing here is the second and third pages with analysis. That is ideas that you're bringing to the table, not restatement of what the author said. Evaluative type statements. All right, I have 2 examples of this kind of writing that students did in the past. First one is the good example, second one is the bad example. What you're going to see is in the first example, the critical analysis starts just a little past the first page. And what I was doing was I was going to highlight anything in green that I consider to be analysis. And you'll see that after the first page and a little bit of a paragraph, everything is coded green. If you read that section, you'll see kind of key words that are evaluative and that are coming from the author, the student author of this paper. The second one has summary in the first page, but then the second page kind of keeps repeating some of the main ideas of the summary without adding critical analysis. And you'll see that there is no green in the second paper at all. And I have several comments that I put in there that say, I'm looking for the critical analysis, but you're giving me more summary. So my main point is 1 page summary, 2 pages analysis, your own thoughts about the quality of the article. All right, now I've got several different additional documents here. We've got the candidacy exam rubric and the candidacy exam final directions. All right. So it's possible these will change, but we've used them twice, so I think we'll probably, if we change them, would be minor changes by the time you do it. So that's just to look at. That has nothing to do with our assignment, although I did borrow quite a bit of the format for this from the directions. I have a critical analysis paper rubric. This is a rubric that I've used in another class. I'm not going to use this rubric to grade your paper, but I am going to use it to give you feedback. So when I give you feedback on your paper, the first thing I'm going to do is give you green text where I see critical analysis, and I'm going to do gray highlighting where it should be critical analysis, but it's not. And the main goal, your main goal, is to give me lots of green text. Now beyond that, I'm going to use this rubric to give more fine-tuned feedback. But this first time we're doing this, I think I'm going to do it a second time this semester, just want you to get in the habit of doing a lot of critical analysis. So your goal is 1 page of summary text, 2 pages of text that I'm going to highlight green. All right. Looking forward to your post this week and to your critical analysis reviews of one of these 3 articles.